Every couple of years, there's a truly profound and beautiful anime that is released. For example, Anohana or Your Lie in April, both fucking fantastic shows that absolutely break you to the core. But there's one anime that has been released rather recently that I believe is the most beautiful anime ever. While not my favorite, but still residing in my top 3 favorite animes ever, it is truly a masterpiece. That anime is Violet Evergarden. Violet Evergarden is a 2018 anime from the legendary anime studio Kyoto Animation. It spawned a special and 2 movies. The second one not only is the finale to the series, but the final project a lot of employees worked on before the tragic arson attack. In a way, it's the perfect way to send off their legacy and talent, because the final Violet Evergarden movie is a work of beauty. It's still a horrible act, and I hope they're resting well, knowing their final work is magnificent and beloved by the fans they worked so hard to please. On my first viewing, I wasn't really so fond of it. I still believed it was good, but not nearly as much as others stated. It was only until my second viewing, the one I took in preparation for the final movie hitting Netflix, and it all clicked. It was a similar experience to what I recently had with A Silent Voice. The beauty of Violet Evergarden is clear to me, and I'm so happy I finally realized it. Violet, of course, is the main focus. The anime is named after her, after all, but the people around her also play an important part in her development. The fellow dolls and letter carriers at the place she works give her a place to feel safe. They comfort her, and in turn, Violet soon yearns to become a doll as well, to write a letter for the man she loves the most. Every person Violet meets is someone that unlocks a new part of Violet. One of the most important things she learns is how the people she killed as a tool for the army had loved ones just like her. She wants to help these people now, but she questions if she even has the right to, because she took people away from their families or friends, whether they were good or not. Every letter Violet writes isn't just helping those who called for her, but is also giving Violet a lesson on herself. The anime is her journey, which is why watching her slowly find out more about her inner self makes the climactic finale to it all so much more impactful. Her journey was to learn what the words "I love you" means, and by now, she knows. I could go on about how stellar the animation and music is, with many parts of the OST making me almost tear up at to listen to them. But the true magic of the anime is the letters Violet writes. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but to me these letters exude a beauty unmatched. Violet at first sucks at writing, but after seeing what her friend's older brother had to deal with and relating it to herself, she's able to write a letter to reach his soul and bring the siblings back together. She saves a random soldier just so she can write a letter, so the ones he loves can hear from him a final time, because she knows many seldom get that option. She helps a struggling stage play writer release his grief from his daughter that was taken too soon. And in his words, "I do not believe there is a God, but if there is, surely it must be you." And what is the most tragic letter of them all, the one that even today still breaks people and their feeble hearts, 50 letters to a young girl who had to lose her mother. This one hurt the most, probably because a young girl has to deal with the loss of her only parent left. And in what could be her last days, she spends them writing letters to an anonymous person. Little Anne feels like her mother doesn't love her, but it's the bittersweet realization when she and us as the audience learns who the letters were for. The moment you hear, "Dear Anne," the tears come flooding down your face. While Anne may not have her mother, she now knows the love the dying woman had for her was so great she didn't want her to feel alone on her birthday for years to come. The reassurance that the ones we love that are now lost are watching over us is all we need to hear to keep going and stick through the pain. Each letter is important, even ones like the sisters not of the same blood. While it seemed pointless, in the end it made complete sense. No letter deserving to be sent should go undelivered. Every letter symbolizes the journey Violet goes through. The pain in realizing she has the chance to be more than just a soldier's tool, and the very person that granted her that freedom is gone from her life. That is what she thought, at least. Like Evangelion, Violet was also given a perfect finale this year, and Violet's is truly a grand and beautiful finale, and one that'll rip the tears right out of your eyes. The first half of the movie is the normal Violet plot. A boy wants a letter written to his family, and Violet is there to write it. There's a catch, though. The boy is terminally ill, and as he puts it, won't last past winter. The two still choose to write the letters, and he wants her to promise that they'll reach his family right after he dies, leading to the two having the saddest image of this movie, a pinky promise. Not long later, Major Gilbert has been found, and Violet will stop at nothing to find him. Leaving the boy, she travels to the island where the Major is now, but he's not the same man she remembers. He's a teacher, but more importantly, broken. He feels he's responsible for what Violet had to go through, unable to face her, even when she's at his door. He wants her to be free of him, to be herself. Violet can't even process what to feel, leading her to cry, and the Major's friend to curse him out for being a coward. While this is going on, the boy from before passes. When Violet learns, she chooses to write the Major one last letter before she embarks back home. The Major's brother makes a redemption and chews him out as well. Violet is leaving, filled with pain. The Major reads the letter and finally comes to his senses. But was it too late? He calls out for her, and I genuinely thought the film would end here, leading to season 2 of the anime, or one final movie finally getting together. And I especially felt this since Michishirube, the ending song for the series, begins to play. Except I was wrong. Violet leaps off the ship and swims across the shore while the Major runs down the hill he was on, until they see each other again. Filled with tears, Violet doesn't have the words for him, but he assures her with a hug until she can finally say it. I love you. This anime is about those 3 words, what they mean to people, and how powerful those words are. The final frame is Violet and the Major making a pinky promise, probably to not leave each other's sides ever again. The deserving of each other, and seeing Violet finally find the man she was searching for after digging for the meaning of the phrase "I love you" made all the tears and the pain the series gave you fully worth it. This series is wonderful. It has touched me deeper than most. It's made me bold, made me smile, made me feel for a fictional character better than any media ever before. Whether to just me or to many, it'll stand the test of time in both its beautiful storytelling and how sad a simple story can be about a broken girl exploring her emotions, meeting fellow broken people, and writing their letters. Thank you, Kyoto Animation, for every single frame of this tremendous series. For me, FLCO will always be the greatest anime. Madoka Magica will always be the most brilliant. But this one, Violet Evergarden, is and always will be, the most beautiful anime ever created.